Officials agreed to recount certain ballots in San Antonio's District 2 race. As the FBI probes an alleged $290,000 embezzlement, Centro San Antonio gets a new CEO. And a bat-killing fungus is detected north of San Antonio. This is your Express Briefing podcast for Friday, May 10th. Subscribe to this and other free content at expressnews.com/podcasts. And get each day's top news and sports headlines delivered to your inbox at expressnews.com/newsletters. A candidate for the East Side's District 2 seat on San Antonio City Council has requested a recount for certain precincts after missing a runoff by only 59 votes. Former Councilman Keith Toney and Army veteran Jada Andrew Sullivan emerged from a field of 8 candidates to advance to the runoff after no candidate received the majority needed to win the race outright. And Thursday, Dennis Gutierrez Homer, who came in third, filed paperwork with the city clerk's office to request a recount for ballots cast at Lamar Elementary School, which accounted for 10 of the district's 82 precincts. Gutierrez Homer is also seeking a recount of mail ballots, along with provisional votes cast at Lions Field. The candidate has cited faulty election equipment as justification for the recount. Mayor Ron Nirenberg has approved the request, and teams will now tally the requested paper ballots and then move on to electronic ballots before the vote is scheduled to be canvassed next Tuesday. Gutierrez Homer's request came after unofficial results posted Saturday night on the Bexar County Elections website briefly went haywire, showing Gutierrez Homer with more than 33,000 votes. When the results were corrected, Gutierrez Homer missed the runoff by just 59 votes. The Bexar County Elections Administrator says the error was due to one faulty chip, and officials quickly caught and corrected the mistake. Candidates who request recounts have to pay for the efforts themselves, and Gutierrez Homer paid the $1,100 cost when she filed her complaint Thursday. District 2 covers most of San Antonio's east side, beginning at Interstate 37. Art Hall was appointed to the seat earlier this year after former Councilman William Cruz Shaw resigned to become an associate judge. Hall did not seek election, resulting in one of San Antonio's 3 open seats. A year and a half after its board discovered a staff accountant allegedly embezzled $291,000 from the organization, Centro San Antonio, a public-private nonprofit that aims to beautify downtown Alamo City, has a new CEO. The hire comes as the FBI investigates the alleged crime perpetrated by Alicia Padilla, Centro's office manager and staff accountant for 3 years, who later admitted to taking the funds. Padilla was fired in November 2017, and at the time of her admission told the nonprofit she would pay back what she could. But more than a year later, Padilla has yet to repay any of the funds she admitted to taking. Matt Brown, the director of Santa Fe, New Mexico's Economic Development Office, will take the reins of the nonprofit on June 17th, following a months-long search for a new chief executive. Brown will replace Warren Wilkinson, the former executive vice president of information technology company Sigma Solutions, who was tapped in March 2018 as interim CEO. Terra Vista Corporation partnerships that own 4 San Antonio apartment complexes totaling 652 units sought bankruptcy protection this week to stop foreclosure proceedings by a lender. A Terra Vista official blamed a dispute with the partnership's lender for the foreclosure notices and bankruptcy filings. The 4 apartment complexes put into Chapter 11 bankruptcy reorganization Monday are Westwood Plaza Apartments, Spanish Spur Apartments, the Villas of Pecan Manor, and Roselawn Apartments. A Terra Vista spokesperson says the company doesn't intend to be in bankruptcy for long and hopes to then go ahead and proceed with refinancing to stabilize the properties. and a fungus that kills hibernating bats has spread and is now detected in 21 Texas counties, including Bexar and Comal Counties' Bracken Cave, which houses the world's largest colony of Mexican free-tailed bats. The fungus causes what's known as white nose syndrome and has been deadly for millions of bats in eastern parts of the U.S., where some species have been decimated. Infected bats feel discomfort that repeatedly awakes them from hibernation, leading them to burn through their fat stores and become dehydrated. The good news for Mexican free-tailed bats is that they don't hibernate, and the expectation is that the population in Bexar County will be okay. However, scientists worry the migrating free-tailed bats could carry the fungus farther south, where other bat species that do hibernate could be killed by the fungus. Bats play an integral role in pest control for Texas agricultural producers. Their feeding on insects protects crops and has a $1.4 billion annual positive impact on the state. And that's your daily San Antonio Express briefing for Friday, May 10th. Subscribe to this and other free content at expressnews.com/podcasts.